conservative new media viewers, and video game fans all around the world, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the four-time national champion, the super genius, and the game god. I'm talking about Fallout 4. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get the trophy for Benevolent Leader. Now, those of you that are going for a platinum trophy, you know, which I have, in Fallout 4, you have to get this, obviously. Now, this is a trophy that, in my opinion, first of all, my personal opinion, only knowledge and facts, not casting any aspersions, all for entertainment purposes only. Please check the disclaimers. In my opinion, I would leave this trophy really for last, after you've done the different missions for, you know, the Railroad and the Institute and the Brotherhood and all those other trophies. I would leave this as my last, or maybe, you know, second or third to last trophy. There's just a couple very easy trophies that you can get, but this probably is going to be one of those very last trophies that I would go for. And what you're going to need is you're going to need some skills in certain of the different different perks, and you're also going to need you're going to need some of the leadership perks. You're going to need some, you know, medicine and some different things like that. But you're also going to need a lot of money. So you want to stack up on this money. Now, what I ended up doing is I used my city. I didn't use Sanctuary Hills or the other ones. I actually ended up using the Sunshine Co-op because you already had that radio tower there. And contrary to what some people may have thought, or you know, out there or something like that, you don't need to have, you know, the size meter. That has nothing to do with it. That's just how much room you have to build and how much you can build. I know because I ran out of stuff to build. I found out the hard way, sort of. In terms of that green to yellow bar. What you need to do is you need to, you know, build this up to like 15 some odd people. So 15 plus. You want to get your charisma as high as you can, because if you have charisma high and you wear clothes that have extra charisma, you actually get additional people there, which really helps out. And so you're going to make sure that you have enough beds, you have enough defense. Defense has to be over 100. You want to have enough food, enough water to at least support the people that you're there. So basically you have to have minimum requirements in food, water, and beds for the amount of people that you have. So if you're going for, you know, 20, 21, 22, 23 people or whatever, so you can assign them to different things, I'm going to come to that in a second, you want to make sure that you have enough food, water, and beds for that. So I would plan accordingly. I would gear for at least, you know, 25 in each of those. That way you just are covered, right? Now on defense, you want to go over 100. I've seen these ones, people have a lot over 100. I don't think that's necessarily needed, not that I know, maybe be wrong in that. Rather, I think that you need to, I would make it like 105, 110-ish, somewhere in there, and then you're fine. Now, what I did for that is I built exclusively, you know, the little turrets. I would build them all around. Do not have the little guard posts, something like that, because those take a person. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is get those, you know, the food, the water, and the defense and the beds where you need them. That's sort of stable. Then you need to get other happiness. The goal is to get happiness at that 100 mark. As soon as it hits, boom, that trophy should pop for you. Now, in order to do that, to get it the rest of the way, I built clinics. You want tier 3 clinics, and they have to be occupied by a person. That's why you need 3 people. So when I did this, I basically came down to building a ton of clinics, tier 3 clinics, right? So you need to have that. You need to have your skill set in the leadership aspects there, so you can do it, and then the medicine. And you also have to have, I think it's like 1,800 caps or something like that. So you need a lot of money. I'm going to get to how you do that in a second. So you really want to build those things up. I also put a high-level general store and a high-level sort of bar and stuff like that, just to have something sort of extra. But the bulk of what I did is in the clinics, and I just put them all down one row, so it's all right there. You can kind of monitor who's there. You have to make sure that they're being, you know, occupied at all times, or else you won't have it. In addition, you're going to have to sort of do, so once you have all that together, and you probably need something like, let's say 15, you know, it's like 15, 18 plus, the more the merrier, if you will. And that's why I think it's so critical to get that extra charisma. So you want to, you know, if you have to keep going up in levels above 50, you know, whatever it is, you know, 49, 50, 50, I would end up being 53, to just keep tacking on points in charisma, so you can keep adding additional people there, and also wear the clothes. That's very helpful, because you're going to need about, you know, 3 or some odd people doing just the food. So you've lost 3 there. And if we back into that, how many people do you need, in these posts? I have to do the final count, but I mean, I had a lot. I was definitely, I think, north of 18-ish or something like that. I want to say 18, 19, whatever like that. And you just keep putting people in there. But also you have to have the most effective, which is why we're talking about those tier 3 clinics. Now, the other thing that you need to do, because I don't think that's quite enough, is you have to put up all these little the artwork. The artwork and the rugs and stuff like that. Just these like little things, kind of brighten it up. For whatever reason, Bethesda thinks that this is, part of the happiness meter. It's just how it's set up. And it sounds really silly, but it really works. And I've seen it kind of, tick up with the up arrow. And you just have to put a lot of it. I put them on the inside, I put them on the outside, I put all these things around, and you just have to put tons of it. That's where your space meter comes in, and also your other resources, because ultimately, you're going to need to put as many of those as you can. So you kind of want to really decrease anything else that's not needed and just focus on these things that are needed. And if you just focus on these things, like I'm telling you, I believe you should get this trophy unless there's some glitch or somehow something went wrong for you or whatever like that. But that's what you really want to need to focus on. And also staying in the camp, that sort of really helps out as well, making sure everyone's doing what they need to do, repelling any attacks. Now, occasionally, you're probably, as you're building this out, because it does take a lot of money, you're probably going to need to go back and forth. I ended up going to Diamond City back and forth to, sell bullets and sell different things like that and ammo, and then get money and caps and just keep building out the more and more clinics. You just have to keep building them as much as you can and as many people as you have. I actually ended up, cashing in and scrapping a tier 2 clinic. I think it was like a general store to put up a tier 2 general store to put up a tier 3 clinic, and that sort of helped me out as well. So that's my strategy. I would put up, one of each store, maxing it out to where you feel like you could. I know some of those stores, like I think the general store, if I remember correctly, you needed some other a 1 or 2 spot perk and some skill that I didn't have, so I didn't sweat that. But I would just do 1 or 2 of those stores and the rest clinics, just to make sure I have sort of all my bases covered there. I don't know if it's needed, but that's what I did, and it seemed to work. But I had perks in the ammo finder, the scrounger I think it was, so I had tons of ammo that I would get in missions. And if you need to run a mission or 2, whatever, and then just trade out of ammo that you don't need, and of course I think the 50 cal and some of the higher end ammo gives you more money too. That definitely helps. So all of these things sort of play into it in terms of building up the money, because you're gonna need that money to be able to do this. So I would save, if you're gearing up early, I would save the money early, keep stacking it. There's a couple really great guns that I'm going to get into in some other videos, the big boy and some other ones that I do think are worth the money and I had a lot of fun with. But you also want to save your caps, or at least your ammo and stuff that you could trade in for caps down the road for this. So there you can see that I've got it done. I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, give me the comments below. I'll try to answer them. And I hope this helps you get your Platinum Trophy. I've got many more Fallout 4 videos coming. I really love this game. It was awesome, exciting, great to see from Bethesda. I'm one of the people that played the original Wasteland way back in the day, and I played all of them up through this, so it's great to have this game here. I will do a full review of it later, but I hope this helps you get that Benevolent Leader Trophy, to get your Platinum Trophy, and just have it in general. You let me know what you think about this. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it on your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the super genius and the game god. You're watching Conservative Media. I'll see you next time.